I have never genuinely considered a Coach bag with any sort of seriousness until this moment. Hello, and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick from Tabby here. For those who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. Hope you enjoy my videos. I put out videos roughly 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion, slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please do head down, hit subscribe, and turn on notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrating yourself, and of course, celebrating others. So, Coach. Coach is a brand that I do not talk about very often. I did a video probably 18 months ago on why I don't buy from Coach, why I don't find it that interesting. It's a brand that I do watch unboxings of. I see a lot of my fellow YouTubers who love it. I know a lot of people who own Coach bags who aren't in the, YouTube space, who aren't on Instagram, just genuinely like the products. And I have bought Coach items in the past as gifts for people. However, I have never really seriously considered a bag from Coach for myself until now. And this is one that I am very, very tempted by. It's a bag style that I like very much, and I think this is a beautiful version of it. And actually, the colour combination is one that slightly surprised me in terms of how drawn I am to it. And when I sat and thought, would I maybe sit and wait for them to bring this out in a slightly different colour or variation, I thought, no, actually, I think this is a really good version of it. Now, like I said, Coach gets a lot of conversation. There's a lot of debate as to whether or not Coach is considered luxury or not. I mean, I see it as a designer brand. I see it as a household name brand. I think it has a lot of recognition. I do think that in the grand scheme of things, it is high-end in the same way I think Longchamp's high-end, in the same way I see Mulberry is high-end. I go into a little bit more detail on what I think about the whole piece of sort of luxury and the meaning of it in my Q&A video, so definitely go and check that out. Anyway, let's chat about this particular bag, and this is the Tabby 33 shoulder bag with quilting, and I love it in this grey. This is I was going to say gorgeous, and then I was going to say great, so we were about to say gorgeous. New word. It's gorgeous. It's lovely. It's a really lovely flat bag. I love the size. As you know, I'm a big fan of the Kurt Geiger XXL flap. And this is a 33, so I'm assuming 33 centimeters. So it's probably a little bit shorter, but it's also not quite as bulky as the XXL flap. And I just think it's a beautiful, subtle, understated, wearable bag. I like the fact that this could be used as a lovely shoulder bag during the day. It could be a crossbody bag. You could wrap the chains around your hand and wear it as a little bit of a sort of top handle style bag. You could tuck the chains in and use this as a clutch for an evening. I think this is incredibly versatile. This is a colour that goes with everything as well. Absolutely everything. It looks to be a little bit more cool toned, so if your wardrobe is maybe warmer in tone, it may not quite work in the same way, but as someone with a cool toned wardrobe, this would work very well. It would also be a beautiful neutral against some of the very bright colours that I like to wear. So I just think it's gorgeous. The chain is lovely. From what I can see. I would be very interested to see this in the flesh. It is £725, and I think it could fit all of the essentials. When you do the bag size piece, it gives you the option, and Coach, this is an absolute triumph, by the way, this feature on your website. an absolute triumph is where it shows you the proportion of the bag versus a mobile phone, versus a credit card, versus an Apple AirPods case, versus a small wallet or a card holder. They have taken what some of the most common items are that would go into a bag, probably also taking into consider the research of what they sell as accompaniments to their bags. I would imagine that's what I would do. And they show you what it looks like. They also give you the option to look at the bag on your frame. So you can put in your size, you can put in your height, and it will give you an indication of how big the bag would be on your frame. Honestly, fantastic. Really, really fantastic. And I put in my measurements on it as much as I could. And I looked at it and I thought, that's a well-proportioned bag for you, Nick. And it's £725. I don't think it's badly priced. I also see very good things about the quality of Coach pieces. I really do. I have gone into the store. When I was recently in Bicester, I went and had a look at Coach, and I think you could tell what was Coach outlet, but I also don't think they shy away from the fact that they do outlet anymore. And there were also some pieces that had come from the store. The quality was very good. When I've seen them in John Lewis, I've always thought the quality is nice from the, you know, brief moments that I've held them and tried them. So certainly no issues there with the price point. I liken it as a brand to, like I said, probably Aspinall, Longchamp. I think it sits in that same ballpark. Now the colour, like I said, I think it's a beautiful, very versatile, easy to style colour. When I said I was debating weighting, the reason being is that in the 20, they have this beautiful bright yellow, this beautiful bright pink. However, I actually think that for this particular style of bag, that colour in the size is brilliant and would definitely be the one I would be most tempted by. And I love bright bags, I love colour, but I have my Kurt Geiger pieces that have a lot of colour. If I want a bright flat bag, I can just grab this one. I don't need another bright one. You know, I could just grab this and use this instead. And so therefore I think that it's a gorgeous shade of grey, it's a gorgeous neutral, it's got these cool undertones for it. Like with this outfit, for example, I think it would be beautiful. And the bag isn't competing. I think people would look at it and go, that's a really lovely bag, that's a really gorgeous bag, but it wouldn't feel competitive. But also if you were wearing a all black outfit or all white outfit or another grey outfit, I think it would stand out enough. I think it has enough presence. So I do think this is a really successful bag. They also do it in black, which is very nice, but wasn't quite as, didn't quite have the oomph that I believe that this grey has. I think it's a really beautiful piece. When I am next in London, which is in the not too distant future, I'm going to see if I can go and have a look at this in person. And I am very, very tempted to make my first purchase for myself from Coach. I've never been tempted before. I've often been told that maybe the Rogue would be a good bag for me, or the Field Tote, because I've talked about wanting one of those larger book tote style bags. So I've often been informed of Coach styles that people believe would work for me, which I'm always very happy to have a little explore of and see. This is the first time I've really taken notice, and I've gone back to it. I've bookmarked the page, I've gone back to it 2 or 3 times, I've ummed and ahed, I've sort of hovered over the, do I just order it and see what I think? Actually, I would quite like to see it in the store environment, rather than purchasing it and then potentially returning it. But I am very tempted by it. I think it is a beautiful, beautiful bag, versatile. I love that you can wear it as a shoulder bag, a clutch bag, a crossbody bag. You could tuck the chains in, almost like I've done with this Kurt Geiger, and make it a little bit more like a top handle. Flat bags, I believe, to be incredibly versatile, and in the right size, you can do anything with them. So I like this very much. I'm indicating down here because my phone is on the floor, which has the picture of it. I love the fact that they've got a continuation of the hardware with the C in the matte grey, and the grey matches that of the leather. It's a beautiful bag, fair price point. I'm going to definitely go and see this in the flesh. If any of you own this particular bag or own it in one of the other sizes, let me know what you think. I've seen individuals unbox these, but definitely tempted. Never been tempted by Coach before, really, in any great sense. Now I am. So there we have it, everyone. Let me know what you think of this particular bag. Let me know what you think of Coach in general. Has there ever been a brand that you have been you've been kind of passive about, and then there's been a piece from it that's made you go, wow, that's very me, and I feel like I now want to jump in? Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this particular piece for me, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye now. Mwah.